All right, fellas, welcome back. Y'all are not gonna believe your eyes with what I have to show you today. This is absolutely insane. So, I know if you're old enough to be watching this video, you know the dating apps. There's Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. The trifecta of shit, right? Everybody hates these apps. It's universally known that they fucking suck. Whether it's yourself or one of your friends, you know somebody. Everybody has had a bad experience or linked to a bad experience with one of these apps somehow. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but after extensively researching these apps out there on the internet, what I've gathered is that it's a place for you to go to shoot messages to chicks and get left on red or get unmatched. 9 times out of 10 is typically how it goes. I am fortunate enough to not have the displeasure of having to use these apps, but y'all guys be safe though, alright? Let me know your stories down in the comments. I'm sure there's a lot. Well, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, we have a 4th player who has entered the market. Let me introduce you to Chyrp. What you're seeing here is a sponsored recommendation on Instagram for somebody to download the new Chyrp app. Let's take a look at it. It's quite fascinating, really. I mean, really take a look at this. There's a lot to say here. Let's start at the top here. It says Chyrp, female-led dating like Tinder for Femdom. Now, I'm sure maybe you guys can kind of figure out on your own what Femdom means. And if you've been around the channel, you know we've done dozens of videos about Findom and Femdom from back in the day. But for those that are new, let me get you a little dictionary level definition type shit going on so everybody knows exactly what we're talking about here. You probably do already know what we're talking about actually, you sickos, but regardless, it says in English, femdom or female domination refers to an activity or relationship where a woman takes a dominant role, often involving physical and or psychological control over a partner. Down below, dominance. The core concept is the woman exerting power and control over the other person in a relational context. Not trying to say too many bad words here, just bear with me. Activities. This can involve various acts from physical domination to psychological manipulation within a relational type setting. While often involving a man, femdom can also involve other parties of any gender, since there are in fact 525 genders now. Well, there you have it, fellas. I mean, that would explain why this ad features this guy who is desperately clinging on to this mysterious woman who is dressed in all black and you can't see her face, and he's hanging on to her looking like he's crying like a little bitch. That explains it. I get it now. It's like if you had any ounce of self-respect, first of all, you would never use an app where you are willingly getting humiliated by others. But second of all, if you just took care of yourself and looked your best and felt your best, you would never have the need to have a dating app. Well, shit, it's almost as if I have just the thing to help you do that. We'll be right back after a word from today's video sponsor. Don't go away. Fellas, as a dude, your face is your most important asset. You gotta take care of it, which is why I'm once again teaming up with Tiege Hanley to sponsor today's video. I have personally been using this stuff every day for going on 3 years now because they make it so easy and uncomplicated. It's what they do. They provide you with all of the things you need and nothing that you don't. I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how important this actually is, okay? Because implementing a quality skincare routine is going to improve your confidence in all aspects of your life, especially in the dating game. We know how rough that can be. So do something about it today, all right? Start off with the level 1 box. It comes with all the basics: daily face wash, exfoliating scrub, AM moisturizer with SPF 20 and a PM moisturizer. One of the greatest things about it, they make it dead simple for dudes like us with an instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. You couldn't make it any less complicated than that. Skincare was something that I didn't take very seriously back in the day, and if only I had. I wish I would have started sooner. I'd be even more better off than I am right now as far as this goes. But it doesn't have to be the same way for you, bro, alright? Don't just take my word for it, because they have well over 7,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. This is not something that you want to put off any further, because prevention is key. So get ahead of any signs of aging now. Your future self will thank you. And because Tiege is sponsoring this video, they're offering you their best deal yet. Click the link in the description to get 40% off, not 30 anymore, but 40% off now, plus a free gift, and then 20% off for life after that. Life. One of the gifts that I got is this scrubber that I've been using every single day in the shower for like 2 months now, and I love it. Trust me, when you feel that feeling of exfoliating your entire body, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's what's up. He knew what was up. Don't wait any longer, my dude, all right? Click the first link in the description and start your journey today. I love this company. Big vouch from me. Thank you guys once again for sponsoring another video. All right, fellas, I got the company's IG here pulled up, and we're going to take a look at this together. But before we get there, I want to go back to this idea of female-led dating for a second, okay? Female-led dating is kind of a controversial idea in itself because generally it doesn't work, right? We know this. And how do we know this? We know this because of Bumble. Bumble was the only app of the three where women could only message first. It did not allow guys to make the first move, and that was to probably cut down on the amount of messages that chicks get on the apps because they get overwhelmed or something, which is fucking crazy. Imagine being overwhelmed as a man by all the messages on your dating app. That just couldn't happen to 99% of dudes. Different conversation. But Bumble had this policy that only women can message first, and it was supposed to like empower them or whatever. And they ended up having to reverse that because nobody fucking liked it. I asked Grok, why did Bumble start letting men message first? And just to kind of paraphrase quickly one part of this, it says, the app, which launched in 2014 with a, quote, women make the first move model to empower women and challenge traditional gender norms, faced criticism from some female users who found it initiating conversations burdensome or stressful. The former CEO noted in an interview that women often felt it was, quote, a lot of work or a burden. Oh my God, no, bro. These chicks would never survive a day in a man's shoes. They just wouldn't. Well, going back to Chirp here, I mean, this is nothing more than a kink app, right? At this point, I mean, I think it's just gonna be a bunch of rich dudes who wanna send their money and find a goddess to send tribute to, because that's how shit works in that world. There's not going to be any actual relationships coming out of this. There's no girl on that app who's not an OnlyFans chick. I'm just calling it right now. Like, this is just not possible. So now we're going to do something fun. I did find the company's Instagram, and I looked at just like the first 2 posts, and they were pretty funny, and I decided I'm not going to look anymore. Let's all switch over to the desktop as a squad here, and we'll explore all this together. All right, fellas, here we go. Let's get it. At Chirp, it says, the world's first dating app for female-led dynamics. On Chirp, you're a goddess. Everyone is here for you. Okay, so I saw a couple of these. I'm hoping I don't see too much inappropriate stuff on here. I hope I don't have to edit this too much. So let's go check out the first line here. The dating app that verifies everyone. Chirp is the safest dating app out there. This is not a surprise. It's the only app to verify all of its users. They do this to a commitment to user safety over everything else. Who really gives a fuck? Cool. Now Dommy mommy. All right, dude, you're a fucking loser. Thought this app's for those who want to find an FLR. I think that's female-led relationship, FLR, just in case we keep seeing that. I'm glad that it's not just nasty stuff, but also meant for normal relationship. Yeah, no, that's not what people are going to use this for. Chaotic good dating app. Thank you, Chirp. There are people who appreciate. Yo, I feel like these are all bots, right? Don't these look like bot comments? Y'all are real for this. This is a actual goddess, I suppose. You're a fucking dating app. I've been liking your reels / followed you because Dommy mommy memes. All right, bro. Don't tell people that. My God. 10 out of 10. Great first message. Let's see. The first message matters. Here's a small selection of anonymous first messages. Enjoy. Let's see. Well, I saw a picture with food and a beautiful smile. I'm a man. I'm weak. I like. So I guess dudes can actually message first on this app. It's just that they already know, I guess, by being on here in the first place, that they're supposed to be the bitch in the relationship. Anyway, let's try this one. 13 out of 10, loving the epicness. All right, first message pressure. I live for this. Ice in my veins, never choke. If a cat was stuck in a tree and if the cat was, no, hold on. If you were a cat stuck in a tree, what the fuck is this dude talking about, dog? What is this? Does this guy speak English? I love when a good boy has a great approach. That wasn't a great approach. That was shit, bro. I could have done better than that just fucking around and memeing. Let's keep going here. I would bark for you. Dog. Don't be saying that, man. Fucking grown-ass man talking like that. A grown man with a job. Probably has a wife and kids, too. You look like the type who doesn't ask twice. Luckily, I follow orders faster than your ex ran from commitment. Yeah, bro, she's definitely gonna sleep with you and definitely just doesn't want you to send her money. No way, yeah. Hey, I came across your profile and really liked what you shared. You seem to have a great vibe and genuine energy and would love to get to know you better. This is the exact type of message, fellas, that if you send to a girl, you're just gonna get left on red. You're probably gonna get unmatched instantly. Don't ever say some fucking whack-ass shit like this to a chick. It's 2025, motherfucker. You gotta be toxic, alright? Being nice just does not work. This dude said, hello, mom. Alright, man, that's enough of that. What the fuck y'all want a feminine man for? Just date a woman. Well, because the women aren't gonna send money for shit like this, right? A sunset painting? Bro, sit down where you can see the beautiful sunset and find out who is better at handling the print. Alright, bro, I'm done with this simp-ass shit. You guys have a good day. Peace out. Be safe. And love you. Bye.